So, 2021. I may have said last year that 2020 was the worst year I have ever spent IRL. And while I think 2021 was a little bit better than last year in terms of IRL stuff, kind of, I feel as if 2021 was the worst year I have ever had in terms of video production. I mean, I just feel so ashamed and responsible that I had spent the whole of this year working on the content I had promised in last year's update video, and yet I only completed 4 out of the 8 projects I announced in that update. Just half of them. And on top of that, I also have my real-life job, helping my dad with everything after coming back from knee surgery, meaning he can't put his feet up on the footrest, or get up the stairs, or get his own meals and shit like that for the first few weeks. I had to spend 6 weeks at my grandma's house with shitty Wi-Fi because she had just been started recovering from a stroke a few weeks before, so I was helping her with basic things in her life and all that, and I felt more and more stressed and unmotivated the more I kept on working on stuff like Tomtober and that. And in the end of all of that, this was all I can give you. A second video in a series of me reviewing Switch games, with Lizzie the Radical 15 guest starring, which no one ever cared about. My top 20 favourite Super Sentai opening themes, which even less people gave a shit about, and it ended up getting blocked in Asia, which is ironic. A video of me watching a Casper videotape, which wasn't even my best work. And then there's the elephant's corpse in the room. Tomtober. I feel like that was one of the bigger mistakes I have ever made in my YouTube life. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to put in a lot more editing and more jokes and more originality and stuff like that in these videos, and I'm glad a lot of people enjoyed those videos for it, but what the fuck was I thinking with this? I mean, what made me think that I could possibly review every single solitary thing of the official Thomas TV show in great detail, completely honest opinions, trying to make my scripts and jokes and everything as original as possible, and make it as entertaining as possible, with loads of editing, loads of footage and etc., and that I would actually have the goal to make every single one of these videos daily all throughout October. I don't know what you people think, but I just feel like this was a huge disappointment for all of you people. I mean, I'm glad that you all enjoyed and praised all these videos, especially the ending of the Season 24 video, but you all had to wait for days upon weeks for the next video to be uploaded when I promised you that they would be daily uploads. And there's no one to blame for this shit but myself. I'm entirely to blame for this shit, and I am completely sorry that you all had to wait for the second half. It just never came into consideration on how long all of this would take, that I would have multiple burnout sessions, that I would be more and more unmotivated to keep going, especially when I was doing videos on the bad seasons of the show. I just didn't know how long all of this would take, and I just feel so disgraced knowing that I didn't entirely deliver what I had promised you. Now, some of you might be thinking, why didn't you start all of this work on this series back in January? You could have done all of this a bit sooner, right? That was what I was doing all fucking year. All of the projects in the announcement video that I had postponed or cancelled, that was because I was too busy with this series' production. I don't think I've told you yet how much time I had to spend on each video. I mean, let's say for one of these videos out of 25, for just one of these videos, I had to rewatch every single episode of the season so that my opinions were accurate, suffer through all of the bad episodes if the season had any, write notes / the script down while I was watching them, record me reading what I had written in the script, edit the recordings, get all of the footage I need, edit that footage with the audio, watch the whole finished video to check whether it's all done or if there's any mistakes or anything, and then I could upload them. But the thing is, I can't record my voice every single day because I don't want my parents complaining that I am yelling about Thomas while they're watching The Chase or something. And yes, as sad as it may sound, I do live with my parents. When I'm 25, and editing the audio for every single video I make, not just these ones, is my least favorite aspect about video editing because it's so time consuming and there's usually 30 minutes to hour-long audio recordings for every video because I'm usually stuttering or I make mistakes or there's multiple takes on multiple lines. And the reason the seasons covering the bad seasons took so long to upload is because 1. The episodes were a chore to watch, 2. Video editing was even more of a chore since I was watching the footage again to see what to put in, what to leave for later, and etc. And 3. I needed to be careful with my honesty and my wording in the script because of what others might think of the season. Now, I know that there are positives to all this shit. Most of my followers loved those videos. I had gotten a lot of praise and sympathy in the comments, and some people have said, "Listen mate, at least you managed to make half of the videos daily. You should pat yourself on the back for that." Yeah, but that wasn't even half of the video series. That was 12 videos that were daily against 25. 25 take away 12, 13, including a near 2-hour-long video. It wasn't even half. And again, I just feel so bad on the fact that I didn't live up to the promises and the deadlines I had gave to you and myself. And all of this because of a lack of motivation and multiple burnout sessions and having more off days than I can count, all of the real life stuff about my dad's knee surgery and my grandma's stroke recovery and just laziness. I'll admit it. I'm lazy. I never feel like doing anything for most days because I don't feel like doing them, even though I made a promise to you all. I mean, why should I even give you any more YouTube projects if all I'm gonna do is just delay them because of laziness and a constant lack of motivation? Okay. From this point onwards, I am no longer giving myself release dates or anything anymore. I know for a fact that they are a nightmare. The Railway series readings I did in 2020 was pushing my limit, and I thought Tomtober would be a bit easier. But no, that just proved that point even more so. So, I'm not going to do specific release dates for my videos anymore. You are all going to have to wait until I give you updates on Twitter. And yes, for those who still don't know, I have a Twitter, link in the pinned comment. And I might put in estimated months of release for a few of my video projects, but they may or may not be finished by then. So that's the limit I'm going to give myself. Just estimated months of release. I still have loads of video ideas that I really want to do, but in order to ease myself and to not make video editing as much as a chore as it was this year, and to constantly keep me motivated to keep going with them, I need to get rid of deadlines. Now then, I am not promising that any of these videos will be released on time, so I'm giving myself a little bit of ease, but here are the videos that I have planned for 2022. An overview video explaining to you all my own Thomas AU that I'll be using in my originally written stories, sometime in mid-January. Me reading the first 13 of said stories, featuring Liz Productions 6, Cute Yoshi Lover, Mika Michelina, Spooder Gwen, and Rosie the Cutie 1995 as guest female voice actresses. I will be reading one story weekly and a few compilation videos featuring the 5 or 4 stories from each saga or story arc, whatever you want to call it. That will be starting in early February. The re-edited and updated version of my CGI Fireman Sam rant video, with the new police officer characters and the new police station and etc. This is the only one that has a specific release date, the 27th of April, because I'm hoping to get it done on the 5th year anniversary of the original video's upload. A third video where I talk about 5 more Nintendo Switch games, and I will hopefully have Lizzie the Ratical 15 or Claude to guest star as the Squid Sisters again, sometime in July. Season 1 of my Equestria Girls series, starring Liz Productions 6, Muse Script, Quirky Craft, Miss Elgibel VA, Jessica Pedley, and Cute Yoshi Lover. Each episode of that series will be weekly uploads. It will hopefully start sometime in either August or September. And if there's any time for me to do a video of me reviewing other nostalgic videotapes or DVDs, then I'll see what I can do. But I'm not promising anything. So I think that's everything I have planned for YouTube this year. I'm going to try and not work myself as hard as I did the past 2 years, but the thing is, despite the fact that I am autistic, I still want to produce quality content for you people. I don't want to be one of those people who just slaps a bunch of images together with copyright-free stock music, a few fade transitions, 3-minute long video, and then boom, there you go. I want to produce something worthwhile, something that has pretty decent editing in it, because I'm pretty sure I didn't earn 100,000 subscribers for producing shit content. I'm trying to put effort into my content, and a lot of you people seem to like it, in a way. So, even though I'm gonna try and ease myself this year and beyond, I want to do my best for all of you. So, Happy New Year, stay safe, get your booster jabs. See you later.